Hi there everyone, welcome to this episode of Fishing Adventures. Today we are purely underwater, just to see how the bait is actually presented in real time, real world situations, and we're also going to look at just how the fish respond and react, not only to the feeder but the hook bait and the loose feed around it as well. Now this has been a massive eye opener for me, because sometimes we can sit there and think that the swim is empty, but in reality it's full of fish. They're just not taking our hook bait. They're just either not interested in it, or they're picking it up and spitting it out before it's even registered as a bite on the tip. But anyway, sit back, enjoy. I'll try my best not to put you off too much talking, but yeah, enjoy. Let's see what happens. Now this is a classic method feeder, and it's been fed mainly with ground bait, and I think there's a corn on the hook there. I think this was the single corn. Yeah, literally no hesitation there at all. There we go, another method feeder, and this was with ground bait and a few more particles of corn with a boilie on the hook. And as you can see, the silvers have moved in and basically shoveled everything up and created that massive cloud. And I think it's that cloud that's actually drawn the fish in, especially the bream, because I think they want to know what's going on primarily. But the feeder, even the camera, doesn't seem to be affecting them at all. They seem more than happy just to swim over it. And then they've even got fish bumping into the line, so it's not really spooking them off. But they're certainly attracted in by that cloud. And then look at that rope's even nudging the feeder. They're having a good look now. But I think it's primarily the cloud that the silverfish have created that has drawn those bream in, for the scent must be in the water. And this is where I do believe that using the extra additives, you know, like the goos and the larvas and things like that, that will create more of a scent trail in the water, could really, really transform your fishing. And that was more or less nudging the feeder so that they're not put off by seeing tackle in the water. And just on that particular occasion, they're not overly interested on the bait that's on the hook. Again, this is another method feeder with ground bait, but with a lot more particle around it as well. And that's broken down into such a good pile of bait. Now that one did seem to get spooked off, so whether it was the initial, you see he's back again, and there was no hesitation there at all. Okay, so this is a classic flat method feeder with quite a large pop-up boilie on the hook there. And as you can see, it's broken down quite well, but I think this was really compacted on. And we shied off right at the last second there. And the silvers are coming in, and just look at that. I mean, they're literally, the silvers are coming in and attacking that feeder and creating that scent trail and cloud in the water. Now what what is interesting about this is that the more interested in the pile of tiny particles rather than the hook bait. So this could be one of those situations where matching the hatch could have paid dividends really. Rather than having that one standout hook bait, maybe a 6 or an 8mm pellet in with the feed would have got that bite. Because they're proper attacking that ball of feed, but they're just blatantly ignoring the hook bait. Yeah, even picked up the hook bait for a good 2 or 3 seconds and spat it out. So is that one of those situations where you see that picked up again as well? So would a slightly shorter hook length have done it, or changing the length of the hair rig, would that have made a difference? But that ball of feed is well off the feeder now. It's not broken down at all, has it? Because they're more than happily picking up that massive ball of pellets, having a good munch and then spitting it out, and the hook bait is just sat there basically getting ignored. So again, you know, it's like, I know a lot of people use a standout hook bait, but when fishing, particularly in this sort of situation, matching the hatch clearly would have been a better option until all that loose feed is gone. Oh no, that pile of bait's still there, look. But now they're slightly more interested in the hook bait. So if you were match fishing, matching the hatch would be the better option, judging by this footage anyway. Oh, spat it out. No, I don't believe it. That must be the third time that fish has picked it up now. So they're not getting spooked off, even if they're feeling the hook or the resistance, are they? You see, that's another interesting thing as well. Because all that loose feed has been gobbled up. There we go, now he's got it. Fish on at last. Goodness me, that took some time. Now then, on this one we've got a PVA bag filled with different pellets, and again a boilie on the hook. And those silverfish have moved in straight away and dispersed all those pellets, creating that cloud of attraction. But they're even attacking the boilie hook baits as well. Goodness me. Yeah, I mean that, look at, I can't even get my words out. Look at how many times he's picked that up and had a good chomp. I mean, half that boil is now missing. So again, it is, you've got to make sure that your hook size matches the size of bait that you're using. You've got to make sure that it's hair rigged perfectly as well, because that should be fish on without a shadow of a doubt. Now even that hook bait is right next to the lead, and it's not putting them off at all. can't believe how many times that fish has picked it up and not been hooked yet. I mean, that boil is pretty much destroyed. Cheeky fishy. And again, this is another PDA bag, but just look how quickly these silverfish move in and just start attacking it. It's like a shoal of piranhas almost moving in for the kill, isn't it? They're just going crazy, and that's what's dispersing the bait. All those little pellets now are pretty much gone, but because they've been chewed and spat out and all the fish are there, I think that's really drawn in these tench, as I say, with that scent trail in the water and the cloud of particles. That hook now is clearly visible, and the body again's been half chewed. It's pretty much nothing much of it left, but just enough for that tench to come and suck it in and spit it out again. Now of course there's had to been fish on and it spat out at the last minute, and again I think it's all to do with the length of the hair rig, the size of the bait and the hook size as well. Everything's got to be perfectly balanced, and it's not really that hard to do. It's just a matter of tying a few rigs and practicing at home. Get a bowl of water and just see how it all sits and lays, and just gauge it from there, or just ask your local tackle shop, they'll know. There we go, last fish on. This is I believe it's a tiger nut boilie with a PVA bag with tiger nuts in it, just as loose feed. There's no small particles or anything like that. It is just 14mm boilies. Bumped the line a couple of times there. He didn't even seem to mind. I mean, he's laying on the feeder there as well, and it's literally just not bothering him at all. Another PVA bag with a straight lead. Massive cloud in the water now, where the silty sandy bottom's been disturbed, and that's drawing the other fish in, the bream in particular. Oh, hey up. Again, that lake bed is getting properly churned up and creating that cloud. And I think when it is creating that massive cloud, the fish get more confident. They either get more confident or more foolish because they don't want to miss out on food. So they do suck it up without really taking the time. There seems to be a bit more of a rush about it. So again, is using fine particles to create a cloud a good option to use? I mean, it looks like it. I think it might just generate a faster bite. PVA bag. There we go, fish on. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching that. It's been fun.